Hello again, this is shadedmazoku. Sorry about the crunching, I just had a snack break while you were away. Because you don't have to listen to me ramble for another 2 days usually. Or even longer if this happens to be a weekend break. But for me, this is all... it's all recorded in one sitting. And as such, I had to eat something. I've been recording since... oh, about 2 hours now. Probably a bit more. So, you know, had to have a food break. Especially after my rant the last episode. I'm warning you ahead, the topic for this episode will probably involve a bit of rant, but probably a bit less controversial anyway. The topic for today being gaming. And specifically... oh look, it's Ozzy. Mistrobe. That's from Marlon Lucca, right? We don't have the mage yet, and I don't think he'd wear a dress anyway. Although it would be hilarious if he did. So, yes. But of course, if there's a transsexual character in a game, you can imagine he would be the Willy. Villain. Nobody can help you now. You're in a jam, eh? Ew, wouldn't be a good jam. Specifically, I wanted to talk about... I wanted to talk about the expression girl gamer today. Because, you know, I'm a girl that plays video games. And as a girl who plays video games, that's sort of important to me. That one is very useful. Dark Mail. Gives you more magic defense. And guess what I'm going up against? A mage. Lol. How's this? Not so bad, actually. I'll let you do that. Don't do that. But you know, how badly that took me. I can always just use this. As a girl who plays games, the whole gamer girl thing does apply. But there's a bit... even as a gamer, you'd think people were a bit more nice to each other. Doomfinger as a weapon for, I was going to say Lobo, that wasn't right at all. For Robo. You climb down here when these things come rolling. There we go. I'll show you, you can just go down here and it'll avoid you. It'll keep you from being hit. Because if you're hit, you're going to attract a lot of not nice attention. And as a girl, it's a kind of a, oh, you're a girl gamer, you probably play Angry Birds kind of attitude. And I'll tell you, I've never played Angry Birds in my entire life, mostly because I don't have an iPhone or a smartphone. My phone is very stupid. I don't need a smartphone. Thank you very much. I'm very capable of taking care of myself. Oh, this place. Also known as I fall in holes a lot. It's thankfully not that bad, because these guys are pushovers. Let's see if I can cyclone any of them, because that would save me a bit of trouble. Okay, then I'll just attack. It's like, when you're a girl, you're supposed to be only into girly games sometimes. And I don't know, what's a girly game these days? I don't know, is there a My Little Pony game? Except, that's not what most girls I know play. suppose you could argue that girls are more likely to be into RPGs than, you know, hack and slash games. Which is probably true. Now I have to go play. Finally. One of these is a real point, the other ones just try to kill me. But I'm certainly not playing any game because of... I was like, oh, you like Final Fantasy? Yeah, it's probably because Sephiroth is hot. No. No, it's not. Not that I'm arguing that, yes, he is rather attractive, especially in Advent Children. But really, in Advent Children, I have a book that's about how they made Advent Children. It talks about how they've deliberately made Sephiroth extremely attractive in an alien kind of way, because of, or in a non-human way, because they wanted that sort of thing for them. Rinse and repeat. They're never in the same place, those things, so you have to fight again and again. Well, this is a real save point, actually. We like that. I'm not one of those rabid fangirl kind of types. I am a fangirl, I'm not gonna deny that, but you're not gonna have me run around being one of those fangirls who go, oh, that's so kawaii. For one thing, I actually speak Japanese, so you know, I don't have to go around using fangirl Japanese. And also, I might actually at one point agree that Sephiroth is attractive, but he's definitely not kawaii in any way. Kawaii is a word I use for kittens. Or animals. That's pretty much the only time I actually use the word. I'm not one of those, oh god, it's so cute, giggle kind of girls, and I've never will be. So, you know, kittens are cute, I'll give you that. Animals you can use kawaii for. I suppose you could use it for babies, but I'm not a big fan of babies, so... I don't mind them, I'm not one of those... I'm also not one of those women who go all, oh, babies. I'm fairly ambivalent towards babies. They're there. They're useful if you want to continue your race, but, you know... I don't particularly fancy having any of them of my own. Ever. Oh, she sucks. That's pretty much it. So, the idea that girls are... also the idea that girls are naturally worse gamers. I'm not a good gamer, I will admit that. You should see me try to play Mass Effect. I fail so badly at aiming, it's rather ridiculous. But I'm not a bad gamer because I'm a girl. I'm a bad gamer because I lack any kind of competitive instinct. I don't care about doing well unless it's something I'm very invested in, writing mostly. Games are for fun for me. I play games because I like doing so. I don't play games to set new records or to be the best. I don't care about that stuff. Maybe it was that one. I just want to have fun. So yeah, I'm a casual gamer, but that doesn't have anything to do with me being a girl. I suppose you could argue that girls are more likely to play something like... well, Final Fantasy, or for that matter Minecraft's actually appealed quite a bit to girls because of the sandbox thing. But really, I love the Mass Effect games, and I know a ton of women who do. And not all just because we all have a crush on Garrus, but though that does help. This is why I do not date. My idea of attractive males is interesting indeed. So... But, yes. Oh, please. I kind of had it with falling in holes by now. At least these things aren't exactly dangerous, they're just annoying. Oubliette. Place put people to forget about them. Learned from Labyrinth when I was just a little baby. I don't consider myself a girl gamer. I think is the point here. I consider myself a gamer who happens to be a girl. I don't play games with my ovaries. It would be an interesting party trick though. I'm usually not involved in... And oh well, you played it because of attractive males in games. No, it doesn't hurt. I mean, in this game, Magus is one of my favorite characters, and he's probably the closest thing you could come to a, you know, attractive male in this game. In the Bishonen way, although really Bishonen is a completely wrong word to use for anyone over a certain age, which Magus most certainly is. Could use Biseinen, but even that Biseinen tends to... it tends to mean a man of a certain mid-20s, still not a young man in any way. And still not really not about being a grown man, it's just a bit older than shonen, which... A shonen is a pretty young person. I mean, okay, I use it for... They use it for all kind of weird reasons. Those things explode, so you know, ow. The reasons I like Magus, even it has nothing to do with the fact that his design. It has to do with the fact that I like his character. I think he's an interesting character. He's an asshole. I wouldn't like him in real life. I'd punch him probably, and then get turned into a frog. Although, you know. There are a few characters I've ever dealt with that deserve being punched in the face more than Magus does. I'm just gonna head down here so I don't have to deal with that roly-poly bumper thingy. Just an outlaw, I can deal with him alone on his own, that's not a big deal. We get to see more about Magus later, and you'll see why I like him. Or, you know, why I find him interesting as a character. Do I want to sleep with him? Probably not. For one thing, I don't particularly want to sleep with men who pose like idiots all the time. There's a reason why I got out of the whole goth scene. I don't think with my ovaries most of the time. Sure, it happens, but, you know, women aren't all cute and innocent, but my being a girl doesn't really affect. I like good stories. And this has a good story, thus I like this game. The designs of the various characters is mostly... Ugh, groupies. I don't suppose you two are close enough for napalm. No, but it was fire sauce. No, I'm just gonna fire on you then. Mystics are pretty damn fire... weird. They're very weak to fire, which is kind of interesting. Because when you get to play Chrono Cross and you get the elements, various colors, fire equals the red element, and Flea's a red element, so technically speaking, Flea probably does fire magic well. Which means you probably shouldn't fight with him. There's a reason why he's a general, and it's not just because he looks good in a dress. Although it really doesn't hurt. In my headcanon, which you can use, if you can use such a word, is used by fanfic writers about something they imagine in a game or setting that isn't actually applied to canon, but or you know, the source material, but the source material doesn't deny it either. And one of them is that the outlaws, for example, are under Slash's units, because they're swordsmen who fight in a certain way and all. It would seem right. Yeah, they use fire spin, which is a bit of pain, but they don't use it as well as I do, so. And the jugglers have that name because they shift between different kinds of defense. Magus does that. Magus does that too, but he does it in a very annoying way. Which is why I have all three of these of on my party, really. There's a reason why I have. Although it would have been easier to have a dedicated healer, I prefer having one with each element. Well, I could have had Shadow too, but I wish the creepy music from the game would come back instead of this. Much more fun to listen to. What does Lapis do? Oh, I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. Aussie really annoys me. Oh, bloody hellfire. My cursing tends to go a little British, apparently. Sorry about that. Oh, bloody anyway. My cursing tends to be inflected by whatever I've been watching lately, and I've been watching a lot of British shows, thus I get a lot of British cursing. Why don't you lightning that one in the head? Oh, grilled frog. Have I had frog legs? I have, they're quite tasty. I wouldn't say they taste like chicken, unlike what they always say, but they're not... It's not completely unlike chicken, but it's not exactly chicken either. There's one down. I'm gonna have to hit those two to get their magic defense back down. Oh, such a tragedy. So yes, I consider myself a gamer, but not a girl gamer. I'm a gamer who happens to be a girl. It's the same thing I was mentioning at this. I was at this group for, and I was unemployed for a while after I got out of university. I was at this group for people who had I was the group for the people who were looking for work and how to write the best kind of, you know, how to write the proper job application and stuff like that. And I was talking to one of them and I go, oh, what do you really want to do? Well, I want to be a writer, an author. Oh, so you mean you want to be an authoress, which I don't even know if you use in English, but there isn't a Norwegian word for it. I was, no, I don't want to be... I don't mind the idea, but I don't want to be a writer. I don't want to have the fact that I'm female be the important part. I want to be a good writer. A good writer who happens to be a woman. So I don't like having to shove my the woman part in there. No, women is just... I happen to be a female. Big deal. I mentioned how much I hate this place yet. I love it, but I hate it. Yeah, look, come on. Flame toss. Jugglers aren't too bad if you know what you're doing. You can take advantage of the way they're popping. Did I put my timer back on? I kind of have a feeling I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Just gonna finish up this hallway. No, you're not even being funny. Do I have any triple attacks yet? No, that would have been good. No way to get all 5 of them. Oh yes, that'll do. That'll do a lot of damage to most of them, so... I'm not too worried about the remaining ones. Unless they do that, but even then... Shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Oh, might actually... Nope. Fine. Eat lightning. Thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? If you don't know that reference, I'm sorry. I really am. Actually, I'm gonna leave it off here. Or... yeah, because I have no idea how long I've been doing this. So, I'll see you all next time and we'll tackle the last battle and hopefully we'll get to Vegas soon instead of just running around like headless chickens.